Dr. Kimball Green, and you've just come out with a book too, The Power to Thrive, and so we're going to make sure we share a link with that as well, and we're going to cover a lot of what we'll be talking about today that are captured in your book, of course, but we're going to talk about the psychological effects of being in survival mode. It's a lot of us, like, when I brought up the example earlier with Aaron and talking about, am I just, do I have to just do this until I retire? And it's this idea of constantly feeling like all you can ever do is survive,
right,
rather than trying to thrive. So we'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about your fundamental philosophies on subconscious core beliefs and epigenetics, which is super interesting for people to get into, to learn a lot more. As you know, of when I first heard about epigenetics or talked about it, it was actually with you. And I've explored so much since then that it's philosophies that people have to know about. They just have to. And then what we'll end on is, what does it look like to operate from the inside out versus the outside in?
great.
So thank you once again, Kimball, for coming on to share your expertise. And I'm really excited to not only share your expertise, but also after to share a link to your book.
My pleasure. And thank you, Rico.
Oh, thank you. So what I'd like to start is those psychological effects. What are those psychological effects of being in survival mode?